You know, when we talk about Chinese knives, there are only two companies that I buy from. Now, I swore to myself and I kept my promise that I would never buy any other knives from any other company because I just don't need to. I've done it in the past. I've tried just about all of them. And I got sick and tired of chasing and buying all these different brands out there. Now, I narrowed it down to two companies that I will only buy my knives from. And they are, one is in front of you, that is Sencut. And the other one that I like equally as much is Kubi. Now, a little insight. Before Sencut came, I was buying Civivi because they're the same, basically the same thing, except Civivi now is charging just a little bit more than Sencut. Your Sencut's at the bottom, you've got Civivi in the middle, and then you got Wee knives that are at the top. So now I will only buy Sencut knives because to me there's no difference between Civivi knives and Sencut. The quality is exactly the same to me, but yet Civivi still tries to get a little bit more money out of you. For whatever reason, I don't know. Plus, on that note, I like Sencut better than Civivi anyway. Now, I have got quite a few Civivi knives in there. They are top quality EDC knives. I mean, they're very hard to beat. Regardless, I'm going to put aside the Chinese thing. I don't get wrapped up into all that. You know what I mean? I don't care that much about it. You know what I mean? If it's a good knife, it's a good knife. You know what I mean? That's just where I'm at with that. I don't get all into the politic thing with that. Would I like to see more American-made knives like this right here, these budget American-made knives? You can't get them. You just can't get them because it's costing us Americans too much money to make these knives. You're looking at a $45 knife here. And I got this knife last week, as a matter of fact. I got it last week, but I wanted to have some cover time with it, some carry time with it. And I wanted to show you guys how exceptional these knives have really become. Seriously, really, because when I got this in my hand last week, I was just really blown away. I am still blown away with this knife, but we'll talk about it in a little bit. Where was I at? But the whole Chinese thing. Would I like to see more Americans building these knives? Yes, of course I would. Of course. But it's just not there right now. They're not, us Americans can't do it and still make a profit at it, and we have to pay higher wages to the American. It just can't be done right now. I wish it could. Someday maybe it will. Someday maybe it will. But right now, I'll keep buying these Sencut knives and Kubis and be just very happy with it. And let me tell you on this, ending that note, you are getting the highest exceptional value for your money that you can ever think of when you're talking Sencut, Kubi, basically any of the Chinese makers, budget brands. There are a lot. There are a lot. They are competing hard against one another. They are competing very hard. And these knives that they're not coming out with are just knockout. I mean, they're good. They are good. So it is what it is. I'll buy these knives and I'll be quite happy with my purchase. So this is the very newest button lock out right now that Sencut put out. This is the, what is this? Oh yes, the Sencut Serene It's the Sencut Serene. And this knife has a lot going for it as far as the action, the looks, the fit and finish. You name it, this knife has got it going for it. The action, the button lock on this is just, I've never felt. First off, let's talk about the action because it's very important. For a button lock to have detent like this, it is very, very impressive. I mean, the detent on a button lock, not so much as a manual knife. This is a button lock, and button locks are difficult to get detent this strong. That detent is very strong. Listen to it again. I mean, it's cranking out of there at very high speed. It's getting out of there very, very good. And when that detent breaks, it goes. I mean, it goes. Let me also talk about the aluminum handles. These are aluminum. Let me shut this for a minute. These are not G10. They're not micarta. They went with aluminum, and it's a game changer. Everybody's been talking about it. It feels so good. Micarta feels good in your hand too. G10 feels good in your hand too. This feels really, really well. And let me add, it adds a whole complete different sound. When snapping it out, putting it in, it just has a different sound. Listen to this. Listen to the closing. I mean, it's a fantastic knife, guys. I wasn't ready to do the video and talk about it because I really wanted to bring this to your attention on these Sencut knives. And like I said, this is the newest one out, and it just, guys, I feel like I'm breaking the blade in there. That is how hard it's coming out. I'll do it again, and if I really lay into it with my finger, if I really press down on it and fire it out, I think I'm going to wreck the knife. Really, listen to it. Is that my camera? Is that my... I mean, I don't know how that's coming across to you. I mean, that is very, very, very satisfying. The feeling of that coming out is extremely satisfying. The only thing I repeat and say it all the time with these Sencut knives is why? Just why can't they do a milled clip? They can do a milled clip. I've seen Kubi do it. I've seen many, many brands do it at this $45 price point. I do not like these stamped out clips. They make the knife look very, very cheap because that's exactly what these clips are, just stamped out. They stamp them out on a sheet of metal, and that's how they come out. But other than that, the thumb studs, you can see the thumb studs have knurling around it. Real nice. You can use the thumb studs just like if you don't want to use the button lock, by all means, watch. That works just as well, probably better. Watch this. So, I mean, there's no difference in action. But I just want to show you, if you do choose to use the thumb stud, you do have knurling, and you get a good purchase when you flick it out. It's not, your finger's not going to slip off that thumb stud. Like I said, talked about the jimping is very good. Sencut does their jimping very well. But this is just a new experience for a lot of people and myself, because a lot of things aren't done in aluminum. Everything's G10, G10, micarta, micarta, G10, micarta, micarta, G10. Not many things are done in aluminum. But I'm very, very happy with it. Very, very happy with it. And I'm glad I waited to do the review. Look at this drop point blade. I mean, that thing is gosh darn gorgeous, beautiful. I mean, that is really beautiful. Let's take a look at the look at that grind line. I mean, the sharpening. Look at the sharpening, how even on both sides. I mean, it's so even, and this thing is so sharp. It is so gosh darn sharp. I was gonna sharpen it, and I didn't do it yet. I was gonna sharpen it. I want to show you how sharp this thing is. I'm telling you, I'm not lying. Watch this. Look at that. Look how sharp that is. I mean, can you get any sharper than that? Really? Do you think that is sharp? That is out of the box. And that's with use for a week. I didn't go through all the way because part of it was my fault because I can't see around this camera. Look at that. Guys, I just wanted to get this, I just wanted to show this to you. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful knife. I do believe that this one is I am going to purchase one of these for the giveaway. They all do not have to be traditional knives. Yes, I love my traditional knives like everybody else does. But it's nice to carry around one of these EDC pieces like this, especially this one. I'd like for everybody to get a feel. Excuse me. I'd like for everybody to get a feel of this one, and that's the reason why I'm going to purchase one of these for the giveaway. I've made my mind up. It's that good of a knife. You will enjoy it. You will enjoy it a lot. A lot, a lot. I would never give you guys anything that I didn't think was worth it. If I don't approve of it, then I wouldn't expect for you to approve of it. That's it on my end, guys, on this one. I greatly appreciate you if you stuck around for this review. I wish that you did because it's such a fantastic knife. And that's it. It's 5:45 on a Friday night. And that's it. You guys, please be good, be well, be safe. Enjoy your weekend. Kick back. You deserve it. And I'll catch you guys on the next one real soon. All right. You guys take care now. Bye-bye.